This gonna work? This gonna work? Hey, it works. Okay, we're on YouTube too. All right. There we go. Perfect. We're on YouTube as well. All right, looks like there might be a crash in Vancouver on Nelson just before the Cambie Street Bridge. 2 right lanes blocked off here. They're trying to get onto the Cambie Street Bridge. That means Nelson Street at the moment, if you're headed east, backing up from just around Granville. So watch out for this one if you're heading towards the Cambie Street Bridge. Our friends at 11:30 have that, but they're not sure. Our friends at 11:30 say reports of a motorcyclist, so they think there might be a motorcyclist down there, but they're not sure. If they were sure, they would say a motorcyclist down and get rid of the reports of start, but you know, they're not sure. No, it's no fun ripping the afternoon 11:30. Where's Ryan? Is Ryan still in the mornings? Is Ryan still in the mornings? I don't even check the morning traffic anymore. Is Ryan still there? If not, he's been on a vacation for a long time, and that worries me. I'm Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute, right here on Road Traffic Vancouver. Actually, now live on Twitter and Twitch, so please follow us if you're out through that area. All right, let's do the major route report right now. We'll start off with the Upper Levels Highway. You look pretty good on the Upper Levels Highway, at least between like Westview and Horseshoe Bay and back again. Between Westview and Horseshoe Bay, you guys are fine, no issues. Lionsgate Bridge traffic, let's see. That's not good. The Lionsgate Bridge is fine. It's the lack of Litimark that's not good. They're in the middle of a counterflow flip right now. I'm assuming they're going to give it to the northbound folk right now because there's no real problem downtown, at least before the Stanley Park Causeway. It's all like West Vancouver traffic right now on Marine Drive. North Vancouver traffic on Marine Drive, all very busy towards the Cloverleaf. Watch out. I don't see much of a delay around the Granville Street Bridge-ish. No, I take that back. There's delays all 3 downtown Vancouver connections right now. Burrard Street Bridge southbound approaching Cornwall is busy from Midspan. Northbound approaching Pacific is pretty heavy. There's road work at Howe at Davie. Southbound traffic on Howe at this point, lining it from Smythe. And there's a crash at Nelson just before the Cambie Street Bridge near Expo Boulevard. It's a right lane blocked, pair of them actually. So basically squeezing by one lane here and backed up all the way to Granville. So watch out for that one, trying to leave downtown via those 3 downtown bridges. All of them seeing some sort of issue. Watch out. Mostly just congestion, but you know, like I said, that one of them there, the crash. The Ironworkers Bridge. Traffic is busy on Highway 1 eastbound, from Lonsdale all the way down the cut, all the way onto the Ironworkers, steady across the Ironworkers, through the Castle Yard Tunnel, into Vancouver, and all the way up to basically Willingdon here, and then steady after that all the way to the Burnaby Lake stretch. So, afternoon rush has started here, my friends. Main Street's also busy towards the Ironworkers right now from the low-level 3rd split. Heads up there, a little bit busy off of Dollarton Highway as well, so heads up off the North Shore. Vancouver traffic on Hastings from Clark to Renfrew, pretty busy eastbound. Terminal Avenue eastbound, steady from Main Street, gets heavier the closer you get to Nanaimo, and then busy all the way to pretty much up to Highway 1, so heads up there. Same story for Broadway right now between Fraser and Rupert. 12th Avenue pretty busy, especially approaching Cambie and City Hall's area there. Yikes! Very heavy traffic eastbound. You're lining up from before Oak. It's also busy between Commercial and Renfrew. Got delays along Kingsway from Mount Pleasant to Metrotown and back again. Delays around 41st Avenue between Oakridge Mall and Victoria, so watch out for that. And even in Kerrisdale, kind of busy at near East and West Boulevard, but that's probably just school kids at this point. Let's go down to the Richmond-Vancouver connections, where you're very busy at pretty much all 3 of them. There's various reasons why. Congestion down Granville heading towards the Arthur Lang Bridge has got you busy essentially from the Granville Street Bridge all the way to the Arthur Lang. You're not that bad southbound into YV Arthur. I was just getting to it. That's probably just due to the Marpole stretch. Northbound traffic kind of heavy off of Russ Baker Way. From before around the BCIT building, pretty much all the way north across the bridge deck, and those northbound delays will continue on to Granville all the way up to, you guessed it, the Granville Street Bridge. So heads up there. Marpole roadwork going on Oak, affecting traffic here both directions. Southbound slow from 57th. Northbound's pretty busy at this point. From north of the 91 gets heavy from Bridgeport right up towards 70th. They're not doing more road work there, are they? at Oak at 70th. Are they? Are they? Well, there is a camera we can check. Let's see what the camera sees here. We'll bring it over and we'll show everybody. All right, this is Oak Street South. We are looking north. I don't see a lane blocked on Oak Street South right now. Looks like that is all just pesky congestion. This is Oak Street looking north, or pardon me, looking south. That is the northbound traffic. And yeah, I just don't see it, my friends. I'm believing this is all just congestion right now at Oak at 70th. So, oh boy, watch out for those big delays as you make your way through Richmond into Vancouver and vice versa. Also at the Knight Street Bridge, you're heavy here, both directions, north and south. That's all due to the road work on Knight between 61st and 63rd Avenue while they do the sewer work there for the next 6 to 8 months or so. So watch out for that. Busy through Richmond, eastbound on the east-west connector at this point from 5 Road all the way up to the S-curve. It's also steady and a little bit heavy on Westminster Highway from 7 Road all the way to Nelson as well. Southbound 99, busy from the 91 and heavy all the way to the Massey Tunnel, all the way into Delta here. They haven't quite flipped the counterflow yet. You know, you'd think they do that now around 2. You think that would be a good idea, right? Doing that around 2 o'clock? Maybe that's all we need. Maybe we don't need a Massey Bridge. Counters in. Okay, stop poking holes in my shit here, Goldie. Damn it. Maybe we don't need a Massey Bridge. We just need the counterflow in at like just an hour earlier both times. We'll try that. We'll try that. Anyway, southbound 99. Poke holes in my shit. Slow from Westminster Highway all the way in towards Delta. Highway 99 isn't too bad. Delta to South Surrey or back again. You guys look good. Alex Fraser clear both directions, no issues. Busy on the 91A northbound here towards the Queensboro from the house off ramp to the house on ramp. Steady after that all the way to the deck. You're busy again on Marine Way. Oh, that's so cool, dude. I'm just joking, dude. It's all busy right now on Marine Way eastbound from Burn Road all the way up towards the Queensboro Cloverleaf. Westbound traffic is backing up at this point from just around steady from the paper mill, heavy from 20th down the hill, backed up to 8th. The less I know about the morning Massey Tunnel counterflow, I even know less of that for the afternoon. Actually, I always thought that Stanley would tell me that would go in around 3:30. I thought that was the case. Like 2 o'clock or... should be like 2 o'clock or like 1:45. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that would, I think, would actually help more. 20th down the hill is backing up from Edinburgh. Looks like Stewartson Way eastbound is steady from the paper mill, heavy from 20th. I think I mentioned that. New West traffic at this point. Downtown New West, busy along Columbia both ways between the Columbia and New West SkyTrain stations. Front Street's busy westbound from 6th up towards, well, basically the Stewartson Columbia split there. Eastbound front doesn't seem bad, and you are very busy right now. Through Royal Avenue, both directions between 2nd and Stewartson, busy both ways along 6th Avenue, approaching 8th, and 8th Avenue near 8th, and 10th Avenue near Canada Way. That's all school traffic as well. Watch out for that through New Westminster. Busy in the Sapperton Triangle, Brunette northbound, Braid east and westbound approaching Brunette. Yikes, and it looks like Columbia steady near the hospital, heads up there. Hastings Street through Burnaby from Boundary Road up towards Delta is steady all the way essentially up towards the Barnett Highway. I'm assuming they're doing road work near the Barnett Highway today. This was like this yesterday, and this has got to be road work, so expect delays just between Hastings and Sperling and Inlet Drive here along Hastings, so watch out for that at the east end. Barnett Highway, once they're on it, isn't bad. Lougheed Highway right now, busy actually from Rupert and Vancouver off the Broadway stretch, going all the way essentially to Hold'em here, so heads up. It's very busy along that area today. That's because of congestion and construction. You do have some delays, some small ones between Kensington and Bainbridge, and some pretty heavy eastbound slowdowns here just after Underhill towards Gallardi, so watch out for those delays as you travel through Burnaby. Coquitlam traffic on the Lougheed, a little bit busy both ways between Brunette and... I'll call that Woolridge? Nah, King Edward. There you go. And then you guys are busy and steady both ways between basically Como Lake and United on the other side there. So watch out for that delay too. Lougheed Highway through Port Coquitlam, I should say. Very busy between Westwood and the Pitt River Bridge in both directions, especially between that stretch of like Shaughnessy and Coast Meridian, so heads up there. The Maryhill bypass through Poco is steady eastbound right now from the Coquitlam River Bridge up to Shaughnessy. Then steady from the pedestrian overpass essentially all the way to Broadway. Westbound, delayed through the lights all the way to Shaughnessy. It's funny to me, it's always westbound traffic that's busy on the Maryhill bypass. Yeah, sometimes it's eastbound, gets a little bit busy during rush hour, but there's always more westbound delays on the Maryhill bypass than there are eastbound delays. I just noticed that, in whatever time of the day it is. Not much of a delay right now for the Pitt River Bridge. You're good. No, Pitt Meadows traffic starting to feel it now. Busy on the low heat both ways in their old duty trunk, and then you get steady from the Catsey Slough all the way into Maple Ridge with some heavy traffic right now between Golden Ears Way and 216th. So, yep, Maple Ridge and Pitt Meadows traffic getting busy once again. This will continue straight through 5 o'clock. Golden Ears Bridge, so far so good. Now's the time to take it. No real big delays on the Port Kills and Langley side at this point. Just some steady volume. Busy right now as you make your way north off the Golden Ears Bridge up onto Duty Trunk, and that steady volume will continue past 203 as you make your way over the low or around the low heat highway. Is that over or around? It's around. It's around. It's around. So watch out for that as you make your way along that part of Maple Ridge. Golden Ears Way is also very busy right now from 203 to 210th, and that's just regular stuff on Golden Ears Way. Duty Trunk also busy right now between 207th and I guess 232 as you make your way through the lights, especially through downtown Maple Ridge, so watch out. Haney bypass at this point, busy between 222 and 227th, both directions. That's just congestion downtown Haney as well as you make your way towards Thomas Haney School, and then after that you're fine through Haney into Albion. Albion into Wannock gets pretty heavy eastbound, approaching 272 thanks to the road expansion, but once you get through Ruskin, you guys are fine. No issues into Silverdale, no big issues right now into Mission. However, through Mission downtown and pretty much up to the eastern outskirts here, a little bit busy both ways on the low heat, so heads up. No slowdown southbound Highway 11 across the Mission Bridge into Matsqui and Abbotsford. Matsqui into Mission right now is steady northbound. As you make your way across the span, a little bit busy northbound on Highway 11 after the London Avenue overpass, and that is all just because of why? Congestion, that's why. No issues right now across the Portman Bridge from Coquitlam to Surrey. Surrey into Langley is okay until you get to 200th, where you're slow from there all the way up towards 232 as you bottleneck and lose the HV lane. Eastbound delays again between 248th and Bradner Road, or Bradner's rest stop anyway, and that is all because of road expansion. Westbound between Bradner and 232 is for the same reason. I should mention it sucks today in the Surrey Fleetwood area. 96 at 152, Fraser Highway at 152, 88th at 152. You don't want to go that way. In fact, Fraser Highway is kind of garbage between 152 and 192nd in both directions for various delays in construction, etc., etc., etc. It's also very, very busy right now. 176 north and south approaching Fraser Highway because of, yes, road work. So give yourself lots of extra time in those destinations, please. Phew. Phew, they say. All right, BC ferry conditions right now. Let's check out the Horseshoe Bay to Langdale. Sure, that's the first one I clicked. Horseshoe Bay to Langdale, 420 boats sold out, 537%. Langdale to Horseshoe Bay have a 315 sailing. That should have left a couple of minutes ago. It's 91% sold. They're 525, currently sitting at 48% for the moment. Horseshoe Bay to Departure Bay, next sailing should be 345. That one's sold out completely. The 635 at 91%. Departure Bay to Horseshoe Bay, their next two sailings are sold out, 320 and 555, both spoken for. The 845 at 80% sold for now. Moving off to Tawasin to Duke Point, they have a two sailing wait here. Both the 315 and 545 are spoken for, but they're also a half an hour behind schedule all days. An earlier police incident apparently has caused some delays, so watch out for that. 815 sailing right now at 93%. No, I don't know what happened. Duke Point to Tawasin, their next 315 run is sold out completely. They're 545 sailing, 98%. They're 815 at 77% sold for now. Off to Victoria. Beautiful Victoria. Looks to me like the 5 o'clock run is 90% sold for the moment, and Swartz Bay to Tawasin, next sailing will be at 4 o'clock. That one currently at 72%. Poking holes in my shit today. God damn. That's be crazy. Alright, Peace Arch Crossing. Oh, let's get into the border, shall we? Now, the Blue Jays, don't get me wrong here, the Toronto Blue Jays play this weekend in Seattle, right? Am I wrong about, is it this weekend or next weekend? All right, I'm gonna figure it out. The Blue Jays do come to Seattle every year, right? My curiosity is whether or not they're on the West Coast right now. So yeah, it looks like it's this weekend. So tomorrow, Friday. The Blue Jays are in Seattle. Actually, if I had a passport, I'd probably go to that. I don't have a passport. You can get a passport by tomorrow. Do you think I could sneak across the line to get to a Blue Jays game? That'd be hilarious. Jeff Jeffries arrested trying to cross Zero Avenue. Anyway, Blue Jays play in Seattle. Are you guys planning on going this weekend? 3-game set tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. Those are usually big times, but I'm wondering if they're big with the whole border thing. Right now, the Peace Arch crossing. Well, actually, say yes. Actually, maybe the Blue Jay fans are going down there. You guys look like you are. About a 40 to 45 minute wait southbound at this point. Northbound's about maybe 20, 25 minutes. So be aware of that. Pack Highway southbound's a much better option. No waits whatsoever. The commercial vehicles are the same story. Northbound commercial vehicles, not so much at Pack Highway. You guys are pushing maybe about a 90-minute wait northbound, so watch out for that, you commercial vehicles there. Alder Grove north and south are 5 to 10 minutes for the general purpose travelers. Sumas north and south, 5 to 10 minutes as well. All right, it's terrible right now in Surrey, 176 at Fraser Highway. There's road work going on the Fraser Highway, essentially between 192 and 152, and the Surrey Fleetwood area is garbage as well as 152 at 96. Lots of this, all school traffic, so heads up. It is pretty busy around the Knight Street Bridge both directions. In fact, all 3 Richmond Vancouver connections seeing some sort of slowdown. Heads up there, and the Ironworkers is busy this afternoon as well. You guys are backing up here from before Lonsdale all the way down the cut, right across the bridge deck, all the way into Vancouver, through into Burnaby, right to Wellington, then steady after that into that Burnaby Lake stretch. I'm seeing a lot of cloud in the sky today and a lot of cloud in the future here for our weather forecast as well. Mainly sunny skies for the rest of the day today, then partly cloudy skies tonight with lows down to 9. Clouds for tomorrow with 18 degrees inland. Saturday looks like clouds highs of 16. Sunday clouds highs of 15. Monday looks like we're into showers here, highs of 15. Tuesday showers, highs of 16 degrees. Right now outside YVR 14 degrees and mostly cloudy. All right, no incidents to report on the major routes just yet, just lots of volume delays building out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to get to those volume delays with the major route report. Coming up really quickly here, what I'm going to do now is take a break and grab a drink. When I come back from doing that, we're going to go over those major routes once again. We'll see what incidents are around town as well and whatever else is happening right here on Rove Traffic Vancouver, right here on YouTube and Twitch. Don't forget to hit that follow button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're on the Twitch side of things. Really help the channel out. Okay, we're back with more after this. Hold on. right. I'm back. Hello. It's busy out there. School is ending and kids are going home. People are making their way back from work. And as you can tell by the map here, we see a lot of volume delays as you head out of town. At least out of Vancouver proper. There's an incident on the out-of-town highway on Highway 5 if you're making your way south near the snow shed. It's down to a single lane here. But lucky yes, traffic is light through the area, so not really seeing much of a big delay on the out-of-town highways. It snowed yesterday on the out-of-town highways. It really did. It snowed. I don't think anything accumulated. Let's go find out. See if anything accumulated on the out-of-town highways here. This is at the snow shed. And no, it doesn't look like anything accumulated here. But as you can tell, traffic is pretty darn light on those out-of-town highways. In-town highways, as I mentioned, very busy at this point. It is the height of the afternoon rush and everybody going home here. So watch out for that. There is actually reports of an incident in downtown Vancouver. This one is on Nelson southbound. Just around Beatty. Sounds like it is a crash involving a motorcycle and traffic is reduced to one lane here. So heads up towards the Cambie Street Bridge. There's roadwork on that Cambie Street Bridge as well. It's affecting both directions too. So that is also hindering matters. The Granville Street Bridge looks pretty good on the span. The Broad Street Bridge, which is still steady southbound here around the south end, is actually looking a little bit better than usual, or a little bit better than earlier, so heads up. Something might be going on at 4th at Burrard here, as that actually seems to me a little bit busier than normal at 4th at Burrard. Let's see if there's any action is going on in this intersection. We do have a camera there. Let's check it out. Let's see. This is the middle of the intersection. This is north and south on Burrard. What we're doing here is, I think we're looking east. Can't really tell anything via this shot. Let's look west. That kind of sucks. I think this is all just congestion, though, at this point at 4th and Burrard, as we have a look. And let's have a look at south. I don't really see anything. Do you guys see anything? I don't really see anything. I'm pretty sure. We are just seeing extra volume making the way maybe away from the Cambie Street Bridge problem there. So heads up as you make your way around this part of Vancouver. All right. I think that's what's going on. Let's get to the major route report. Now, the Upper Levels Highway is fine between, well, 22nd and Horseshoe Bay. Westbound is in great shape, actually, from the Ironworkers all the way to Horseshoe Bay as well. No big delays on Highway 1 westbound, the Upper Levels Highway all the way to Horseshoe Bay. Good. Eastbound is steady, though, out of West Vancouver from 21st all the way pretty much up towards Cap Road, or pardon me, Taylor Way, where you're heavy from there up towards Cap Road. And the reason why for this is well, just school congestion right now, my friends. Coming off of Cross Creek, coming off of Southborough and Highland Drive, and they're all flooding that area, so be aware of that one. It's also busy down Taylor Way and up Taylor Way at this point between the Upper Levels and Marine. Marine Drive, your West Vancouver, is very busy both ways, essentially between 18th and we'll call that 14th, so heads up there. It's also extremely busy east and west on Marine Drive. Out of North Vancouver, trying to get to Lionsgate Bridge with your 2 lanes headed north and your 1 lane headed south. So, it's very busy there. Watch yourself as you make your way along the Lionsgate. All right. Southbound traffic is steady, but gets better as closer you get to midspan. Northbound isn't bad across the Lionsgate Bridge right now. You guys are pretty steady through the causeway, but doing okay across the deck. And it's pretty okay on Georgia Street. Busy both ways, in fact, between Denman and we'll call that Richards, but that's eastbound. That's leaving town, but nothing really heading towards Denman here. Westbound a little bit slow before Pender, but that's easily handled. So there you go. Downtown Bridges is that crash just before the Cambie Street Bridge on Nelson southbound at Beatty, down to 1 lane. Traffic slow from, we'll call that Howe now. Howe southbound approaching Davie is very busy due to road work, so watch out for that. Making your way past the courthouse there, and you guys are a little bit busy south across the Burrard Street Bridge from the south end up towards, well, 4th Avenue. I think that's all just congestion, guys, so heads up off the Burrard Street Bridge. All right, it's very busy down the cut, as I mentioned, towards the Ironworkers, lining up here from, well, we'll call that Westview, all the way down the cut towards the Ironworkers. It's very busy at this point on Main Street, backing up from basically Park and Tilford up onto the bridge. It's steady south across the bridge and heavy through the Cassiar Tunnel into Vancouver and into Burnaby, and steady all the way through the Burnaby Lake stretch right to North Road. So that volume has started already. Watch out. Now, if you're leaving town right now, I'd suggest Hastings, at least out of Vancouver. You are busy between Clark and the P&E, but that's much better than First Avenue and Broadway and Grandview Highway at this point, which are all very heavy towards Highway 1, so watch out. Back to Hastings, though. It is busy through Burnaby right now, eastbound approaching Willingdon. That's all through the lights between Boundary and Willingdon, and then again between basically Holdham and... Call that the start of Inlet Drive by the gas station there. It looks like there's roadwork through that stretch, so heads up there as well. Lougheed through Burnaby is busy eastbound right now between Boundary and Holdham as well, so watch out for that. You're also busy on Lougheed through Burnaby. Making your way towards Bainbridge, making your way towards Ghilardi. In fact, that Ghilardi lineup starts at Underhill, Lougheed through Coquitlam. That is busy between, well, basically Brunette and Schoolhouse. Then you're pretty heavy on the Lougheed Highway right now from United all the way up to Como Lake. We'll leave the Maryhill bypass and Poco Lougheed traffic there for the moment. First, we get into Vancouver, but once again, traveling to and from the Richmond-Vancouver connections, well, Granville's awful. Southbound from the Granville Street Bridge, essentially all the way to the Marpole stretch. Northbound ain't that great either. It's busy through Kerrisdale right now on 41st, both ways near East Boulevard. Busy 41st near Canby, north and south, so watch out for that. And 41st Avenue eastbound, more delays here at Main and Fraser, Knight and Victoria, so heads up. Main's pretty busy between 16th and I guess that would be 49th, both directions. That's just congestion near their light systems and regular volume. Fraser's busy near 49th and Knight Street because of their road work at 63rd is seeing traffic affected there in both directions, basically between, 41st and Bridgeport. So give yourself time as you make your way around the Knight Street Bridge, all because of that road work. Northbound Knight Street Bridge kind of terrible as well from north of Canby, right up into Vancouver towards 57th. Despite the big delays in the Marpole stretch on Oak, north and south, the Oak Street Bridge is suspiciously quiet, so that's good news. Steady both ways across the Arthur Lang Bridge, and some heavy traffic trying to get to it both out of YVR and Sea Island from Russ Baker, and of course Granville Street and Southwest Free Drive. So give yourself time through this area as well. All right, Richmond traffic is very busy right now near 4 Road at Francis. There's school traffic through this area, so watch out. All the school traffic through Richmond, watch out, especially along Blundell here, eastbound between 2 Road and 4 Road. Busy on the 99 southbound right now from the 91 all the way into the Massey Tunnel, despite 3 lanes there. Eastbound 91 busy out of Richmond right now from the 99 all the way past 6 Road as everybody merges together. Westminster Highway busy eastbound from 7 Road right up to Nelson. Massey Tunnel northbound with your 1 lane is steady from north of the south of the 17A now, but it's mostly okay. A little bit busy on the 99 from the 91 up towards Mud Bay, but I think that's all just congestion. 91 southbound approaching that 99 is also busy from Highway 10. Highway 10 eastbound's backed up from the 91 to Scott Road. Northbound 91 and southbound 91 busy near 72nd, with 72nd Avenue northbound delays continuing all the way pretty much to mid-span of the Alex Fraser Bridge. No problems after that, though, as you make your way in towards Richmond. Southbound Alex Fraser good to go. Massey Tunnel traffic northbound on the 91A, steady from the pedestrian overpass, heavy from the bus depot right to the bridge. And then more heavy volume on the north side. Marine Way in Burnaby busy from Burn Road all the way to the Queensboro Bridge. 20th down the hill, backing up onto Griffiths and South Bridge. And I'm assuming 10th, but the camera's out there. Yeah, a little bit onto 10th. And Stewartson Way is backing up westbound as well here from before 5th right to the Cloverleaf. Some eastbound delays on Stewartson from 5th to 3rd, 5th to Royal Avenue, so heads up there as well. Royal Avenue itself busy both directions, essentially from Stewartson all the way to 2nd Street and back again. That's mostly college campus traffic. Busy downtown, New West on Columbia, and through Front Street's key area at this point near Begbie, and also on Front Street eastbound from the Patello Bridge up to that Columbia split. Delays at 8th and 6th Avenue in all 4 directions. Delays at 8th and 8th Avenue in all 4 directions. That's all school traffic. 10th Avenue at the Burnaby to West border, busy both ways between Kingsway and Cumberland. Patello Bridge traffic looks pretty good. No real issues. Southbound McBride kind of heavy and steady from 8th all the way onto the bridge deck. But like I said, once you're on the bridge, you're good. And the Surrey side, northbound King George is all fine. No issues at all. Bridgeview is a little bit steady both ways, approaching King George and getting towards Highway 17 and Highway 17 eastbound. Backing up from 124th, but it looks pretty good on the Surrey side there. Low heat highway through Coquitlam is busy right now between Brunette and Schoolhouse eastbound. Westbound a little bit slow through the lights, but not bad. More eastbound delays on the low heat through Coquitlam between United and we'll call that Como Lake. And then again, steady towards the Coquitlam Center. Coquitlam Center pretty much up towards the Cape Horn. You have some heavy, steady volume to watch out for. That's just some steady volume, in fact. So beware of that one on the low heat through Coquitlam. Low heat through Port Coquitlam, same story, essentially between, we'll call that Coast Meridian's overpass and Pine Tree. So lots of steady volume both ways through Poco, heads up. It is also busy both ways, essentially between Ottawa and the Pitt River Bridge. And that's all just congestion coming to and from the Pitt River Bridge, so watch out. Maryhill Bypass, westbound delays right now between Kingsway and Shaughnessy. The closer you get to Shaughnessy, the busier it gets. Eastbound out of Coquitlam from underneath the Jeffries Tunnel, right past United and looking like you guys are busy all the way to Shaughnessy. There is some eastbound steady traffic from Pitt River Road all the way up to Broadway. Then after that, you're fine towards the Pitt River Bridge. How about that? Eastbound never that busy on the Maryhill Bypass. It's always westbound that's that busy. And it is, again, today. Let's see here. It's busy through Pitt Meadows right now, both ways near Old Duty Trunk and eastbound on the low heat through Pitt Meadows right now from before the Catsy Slough going all the way into Maple Ridge with that low heat volume continuing in pockets all the way up to 216th. That, unfortunately, is normal, guys, so heads up through Pitt Meadows into Maple Ridge. Eastbound traffic, kind of the same story as well. You guys are busy from 216th all the way up towards Duty Trunk and steady after that all the way up towards Harris Road, and after that you're okay. Don't see much of a delay right now at the Golden Ears Bridge. You guys are good to go. Port Kills Langley side seems fine. Very busy on the Maple Ridge side along the course, like I mentioned, low heat highway, but also Duty Trunk as you make your way eastbound and Golden Ears way. Steady off the Golden Ears Bridge to 203rd, then you're heavy from there to 210th. I should mention Duty Trunk is very busy along downtown near the Haney Place Mall, so watch out for that delay as well. Speaking of Haney, the Haney Bypass is busy eastbound right now from basically 222 up towards 227th. But you're pretty good on the low heat. No problems on the low heat through into Albion. Albion into Wannock is very heavy eastbound as you approach 372 thanks to the road expansion. So heads up there, and that volume will continue mostly into Ruskin. Then through Ruskin to Silverdale, you're fine. Silverdale into Mission, not too bad. A little bit busy east approaching Wren. And then again, the Cedar Valley Connector. Westbound delays as you approach Stave Lake Street, so heads up there. Highway 11 is busy northbound out of Matsqui from the south end of the bridge all the way up to the north end due to some road work that they're doing there, and you do have some delays on the Highway 11 stretch towards the Cedar Valley connector, so watch out for that one just after London Avenue. Alright, Abbotsford traffic looks fine. Surrey traffic, Langley traffic looks busy on the Fraser Highway West approaching 232. They'll watch out for that. Busy in Langley on Glover Road in the Milner area, 208th in the Willoughby area, and 200th Street, both ways between 72 and 80th near the LEC. Surrey traffic is awful right now on Highway 10 between, Langley and King George Boulevard. Busy on Highway 15, 176, both ways approaching Fraser Highway due to road work. And because of road work on the Fraser Highway, you guys are pretty darn busy between 192nd and 152nd. So give yourself plenty of extra time through these areas, please. Highway 1 traffic, eastbound delays are not bad from Coquitlam into Surrey. You do have some delays right now from before 192nd, going all the way up towards Glover Road. Some pockets of volume there. Some more delays eastbound as well from 248th up towards Bradner with another pocket near 264th. Westbound pretty steady from Bradner all the way up to Glover Road as you make your way through the road expansion and bottleneck and lose that HOV lane. Or gain that HOV lane, I guess, westbound, right? Yeah. Probably just congestion. All right. Mostly okay out there. Mostly okay out there. Let's go over weather. We'll get into the weather update right now. We'll start off with tonight, partly cloudy skies, very cloudy this evening, lows down to 9, and then clouds tomorrow with highs up to 18 degrees. Saturday looks like just clouds, highs of 16. Sunday looks like just clouds, highs of 15. Monday looks like clouds and showers, highs of 15 degrees. Right now outside YVR, 14 degrees and mostly cloudy. All right, this is Road Traffic Vancouver. I'm Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every weekday afternoon at 3 p.m. We're going to put a pause on the stream for now. When we come back from that pause, we're going to see what's going on with the major routes around Metro Vancouver. Stay tuned for more Rove Traffic Vancouver just after this. Hold on. All right, welcome back to Road Traffic Vancouver. I'm Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every weekday afternoon at 3 p.m. That's about 37 minutes ago. We had a report of an incident downtown Vancouver on Nelson, southbound before the Cambie Street Bridge right at Beatty. Sounds like you're down to one lane. Looks like you're still down to one lane through this area, so watch out as you're lining up essentially from Richards. So avoid this one. Looks like people are taking the Burrard Street Bridge. You are steady here from the south end towards Cornwall, but I think that's just the lights now. I think most of the people have exited the downtown core if they're on their way home at this point for the height of the rush, so that I think is good news. You are very busy in Vancouver along Granville, both directions from the Granville Street Bridge, basically to the Arthur Lang Bridge and onto Sea Island, so it's very terrible there, so watch out. Very busy both ways across the Knight Street Bridge, especially northbound, lining up pretty solid right now from Cambie, all the way up to essentially 57th. There's lots of road work through this stretch today, guys, so be aware of that. Very busy on the 91A northbound towards the Queensboro Bridge from the pedestrian overpass. And looks like you're busy on Marine Way eastbound from heading towards the Queensboro Bridge. You guys are backed up here pretty much from just around Burn Road. Some westbound delays at this point from just around 3rd Avenue, so watch out for that. Hello, Catty Pants. Good day. What brings me to afternoon traffic? Well, I figured that Vancouver folk needed afternoon traffic more than they needed morning traffic, because if you can tell here by the traffic map, this is way busier than it ever gets in the morning in Metro Vancouver. So we've rebranded, we've gone to road traffic, and there we go. There we go. Tell all your friends. Definitely. Tell all your friends. So that's what we're doing right now. So there we go. Good news on the out-of-town highways. Looks like they did clear that incident just before the Great Bear snow shed as you make your way back into the Lower Mainland. So that is good news on the out-of-town highways. On the Coquihalla Highway, and it looks to me like everything else, except from that downtown Vancouver thing, Everything else seems to be just congestion delays. Of course, if I've missed anything, if there's anything new for us, you know what to do. You can hit us up via the socials on YouTube or Twitch or X. Still at Twitch traffic. All right, let's get into the major route report. In a second. Scanning something here. All right, let's go. Start off with the West Vancouver traffic from Horseshoe Bay in towards, well, West Vancouver to 15th. You're fine both directions there. That's good. Eastbound from just after 15th all the way in towards, like, Cap Road is pretty heavy and steady thanks to the Taylor Way merge, so be aware of that. Taylor Way is still busy down the hill from Inglewood all the way down to Marine. I think this is just residual school traffic. Marine Drive eastbound is still backing up here from before Park Royal after Pound Road. Pretty much up to the Lionsgate Bridge. Westbound a little bit slow from, well, Cap Road pretty much up onto the Cloverleaf. Cap Road itself is busy from Fullerton, and that's normal stuff. Now over at the Lionsgate Bridge right now, looks to me like it's 2 lanes south and 1 lane north. So that's actually not so bad. 2 lanes south, 1 lane north. We'll keep our eye on that one for you, though. Back to the upper levels highway we go. 2 lanes south, 1 lane north. Northbound traffic is a little bit steady to the Causeway and heavy on Georgia right now from Cardero Street. Burrard Street Bridge is busy right now, steady from Midspan to about Cornwall thanks to the lights, and then busy all the way to 4th Avenue. I thought there might have been something going on at 4th Avenue or Burrard, but I had a look at the cameras and there was nothing there, so just congestion, I guess. Granville Street Bridge looks pretty good, no real issues here. Cambie Street Bridge, steady both directions, and there's that crash in Vancouver. Nelson at Expo Boulevard, which is affecting traffic onto the Cambie Street Bridge, so yeah, heads up there as well. Back to the upper levels we go, where you are very busy from Westview all the way down to the cut to the Ironworkers. You're busy eastbound right now on Main Street from just around Park and Tilford, and then some westbound delays a little bit slow as well as you make your way just after Riverside, so watch out for that. No real big delays across the Ironworkers northbound. You're steady southbound the whole way across, and then you're very heavy here from before you even get to the Cassiar Tunnel, and that will go all the way into Burnaby, all the way in towards Kensington or so watch out for that. By the way, I don't have to tell you it's very busy Canada Way approaching Kensington as well. Very heavy down the hill and very heavy passing the Burnaby Winter Club, so watch out for that delay too. Pardon me. I'll get back to the low heat and stuff in a second. First, let's go to the Vancouver routes here. Looks like there might be an issue at Granville at 41st. Now, this could actually just be congestion at Granville at 41st. But there is a way to check that. And we do have a camera in the area. So let's go check the camera. There. Why am I there? Okay. Granville at 41st. Let's have a look. This could be an incident. This could be just congestion. This is looking south on Granville. That's all the northbound folk making their way through the area. This is in the intersection. I'm pretty sure I don't see a crash there in the intersection. And this is another look at the intersection as well. Now, we should note the time. This was as of about 6 minutes ago. But I do not notice what's going on, so there might be a crash. It's very busy southbound right now. It's always busy southbound on Granville. Very busy westbound on 41st. And northbound delays through this stretch as well. Southbound Oak busy from 57th up towards 70th. Cambie's busy always near 41st. 41st, or Main Street's pretty busy between like 49th and like 12th Avenue today. Yeah, so watch out for that. And a bit busy on Ninth Street, both directions. Actually, their road work at 63rd, so expect delays there, both directions. Very busy north across the Ninth Street Bridge because of it. The Oak Street Bridge is suspiciously quiet both directions. No real issues once you get out of the Marpole Strand. Arthur Lang busy at both ends as well. Heads up. Southbound 99 lining up from Westminster Highway, then heavy from Glendale into the 3-lane southbound Massey Tunnel. Also heads up there. Southbound 99 and Delta also steady from the 17 up towards 80th, and then again as you approach the 91 northbound 99. Busy right now out of Delta from just around the 17A to the Dude. That's even with one lane. Southbound 91 busy from before Highway 10 to the 99. Westbound Highway 10 is busy from before the 91 up towards Scott Road. And the 91 northbound also busy out of Delta from south of 72nd up to Nordell, but that's all just merge traffic. East-west connector westbound steady right now from before, well, basically the 91A split all the way up to 7 Road. Eastbound delays pretty heavy from just after the 99 ramp all the way to 6 Road, so be aware. Highway 91A northbound, slow from the pedestrian overpass onto the Queensboro Bridge. Queensboro on the north side of the Fraser sucks. Marineway eastbound busy from Byrne. Stewardson Way westbound busy here from just around, we'll call that 3rd Avenue. 20th down the hill, backing up pretty much from just off of Southridge, which is slow before the SkyTrain area there, so watch out. And then Griffiths is where the lineup starts down 20th as well. Busy along 10th Avenue both directions between Cumberland and Kingsway, so heads up there. You're pretty busy on Royal Avenue both directions as well through due west, east, and west between 10th and 4th Street, so heads up. McBride southbound lining up from 10th Avenue all the way to the Patello Bridge. Once you're on the Patello, though, you're fine. No real big delays on King George or Scott Road or Bridgeview. Highway 17 busy on the Surrey side, though, from 124th right up towards, well, Bridgeview. Lougheed Highway through, Hastings Street through Burnaby first. Very busy eastbound. The closer you get to the Barnett Highway, the busier it gets thanks to some road work just before the Barnett Highways. They're now lining up from Kensington. Lougheed through Burnaby, busy both ways. You can hold them in boundary. That's all due to road work. Eastbound delays between Underhill and Gillardy Way as well. Might be a crash in that intersection, judging by the volume pattern. Heads up. Eastbound delays down the hill towards North Road and then pretty much through Coquitlam in Millardville. Through Coquitlam through the Essendale area, you guys are pretty slow right now from United all the way up and towards Meadowbrook, right near Como Lake, then again near Coquitlam Center. The Maryhill Bypass is busy off of Highway 1 right now, going underneath that tunnel, going all the way to United, so be aware of that little slowdown. And after that, you're steady through the lights near Pitt River Road and Broadway and Kingsway with nothing really stop and go eastbound after Shaughnessy. Westbound traffic very busy through the light systems, especially heavy westbound near Broadway and Shaughnessy as well, so be prepared. The Maryhill Bypass through Poco, pretty much from, call that Shirling Avenue right towards Coquitlam Center, very busy on the Lougheed Highway through Poco through that area. Okay, no problems across the Pitt River Bridge. You guys are fine. Eastbound, though, on the Lougheed Highway through Pitt Meadows, essentially all the way into Maple Ridge. Heavy and steady buckets all the way through. So watch yourself as everybody makes their way home. Some westbound delays right now, but a little bit through the lights, but that's about it. The Golden Ears Bridge, so far so good, no problems. You're a bit busy on the 199A off-ramp towards like 96th Avenue, but that's it off the Port Kells side. Let's see. Things are busy on Golden Ears Way eastbound, pretty heavy from 203rd to 210th. You guys are a little bit busy right now on Dewdney Trunk between, well, basically the Golden Ears Bridge and 206, and then busy through Dewdney Trunk through downtown Maple Ridge, essentially from, we'll call that 222nd to 232nd, and that is just the nature of Maple Ridge. Haney Bypass is steady both ways as you make your way between 227th and Lougheed Highway, so heads up there. Lougheed Highway through Haney into Albion, and Albion into Wannock, mostly okay, although once you get into Wannock, things get pretty busy due to their road expansion, so I don't know. Expect slowdowns all the way through Ruskin as well. Ruskin into Silverdale is fine. Silverdale into Mission, not too bad. Some slowdowns through the Mission light systems, but that's about it for the moment. No issues really across the Mission Bridge southbound. You guys are no slowdown southbound. A minor delay northbound as they were dealing with stuff over there at the Mission Bridge, so just I think that was road work, so heads up there. Temporary road plates as well at the south end and the north end, so watch out for that one as you leave Matsui into Mission. Busy right now through Cloverdale on Highway 10, both ways between 176 and 160th. It's very heavy right now on the Fraser Highway, both ways through the Green Timber Stretch, all the way into Langley, and then again through Langley from like 232nd up towards like 264th. That's both ways, and that's just all road work through these areas, so watch out for that. Highway 1 traffic is pretty busy eastbound right now. You guys are slow from just after 192, passing 200th and going all the way to the HOV lanes. So expect that loss there. Some westbound delays on Highway 1, very busy at this point, through Bradner in towards 264th, then heavy from 264th up towards 232 with another possible crash through this area. So watch out for that one as well. All right, so let's have a look at the BC ferry conditions here. BC ferry conditions right now, just before 4 o'clock, we check out that Tawasin to Sports Bay run. Looks to me like that one. Actually, it's going at 5 o'clock, and that's sold out. The 6 o'clock, it's half full. Sports Bay to Tawasin, their next sailing, that one right now is 4 o'clock. That's 90% sold. They have a 5 o'clock at 78% for now. Tawasin to Duke Point, next sailing for them is going to be 5:45. That and the 8:15 p.m. are both sold out. The last one of the day is 10:45. It's 2/3 full already. Duke Point to Tawasin, their next sailing is going to be at 5:45. That one's sold out completely. They're 8:15 at 77% for now. Horseshoe Bay to Langdale, next sailing. That one right now is at 4:20. That's sold out. The 5:30 at 6%. Langdale to Horseshoe Bay, next sailing. That one is at 3:15. That one's not going to leave until... Well, should have left now. It hasn't yet. It's sold out. The 5:25 is half full, so heads up there from Langdale. It's going to be behind the schedule again today. Horseshoe Bay to Departure Bay, next sailing for them will be at 6:35. It's sold out. The one after that, the last one after that is 10:10 p.m., and that one's 48%. Departure Bay to Horseshoe Bay, next sailing is going to be at 5:55. That's sold out. They're 8:45 at 80% sold for now. So I just read a Global article about the Blue Jay fans in Vancouver not going down to see the Blue Jays. Maybe. I don't know. It's busy already at the Peace Arch Crossing. The game's tomorrow. Southbound traffic. Oh, there we go. The camera switched here. We'll call it not that bad anymore. We'll call that about a 30 to 35 minute wait. 30 to 35 minute wait southbound. Northbound 5 to 10 minutes. Pack Highway general purpose travelers 5 to 10 minutes there both ways. Commercial travelers southbound about a 15-minute wait. Northbound, you guys are very busy. I'll still call this about a 45, maybe 50-minute wait. Northbound for you commercial vehicles there at Pack Highway. Going on back to the general purpose travelers, Aldergrove Crossing looks pretty good both ways, no issues, 5 to 10 minutes. Sumas, north and south, 5 to 10 minutes as well. Border wait times are estimates, my friends. They change all the time. Potential crash, Highway 1 westbound at 2:30 got traffic very busy at this point. Pretty much from Mount Lehman through Bradner, then heavy from before 264th up to 232. Nothing quite on the socials just yet, but if you have any more updates for us, you can let us know, of course. Oh, wait, here we go. Now we just got one. This one. Oh, it sounds like a westbound vehicle stall. It's got the left lane blocked off, so watch out for that delay as you travel through that area. So there you go. So there is a stall through that stretch with the left lane blocked off. Give yourself plenty of extra time. Vancouver weather right now. Looks like partly cloudy skies tonight. Lows down to 9 degrees, and then more clouds will roll in for Friday. We'll see highs up to 18 degrees inland. Saturday, a chance of showers, highs of 15. Mix of sun and cloud for Sunday, highs of 19. Chance of showers for Sunday night, and that will turn into showers for Monday morning and right into Tuesday as well. Highs for those 3 days. Between 15 and 16 degrees. Right now outside YVR, mostly cloudy and 14 degrees. I'm Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute. Thank you very much for being here. Coming up, we're going to see what's going on with the major routes. Those are all on the way. We'll see what's up with the incidents around town as well. Brand new problem on Highway 1 near 232nd westbound, a stall on the left lane. We're going to talk about that and more just after the break. Hold tight, my friends. More after this. What's up, Stevkev? You're clear at the snow shed right now. You're clear at the snow shed. The earlier crash has been removed. All right, back to my cookies. No, I'm here. I'm here. I'm trying to get like the mouth of the handful of cookies I stuffed in my mouth like out at the moment. Give me a second. One of the rules on radio is you don't eat before you get back onto the air. It's one of the rules of radio. The other rule of radio is kind of try to avoid chocolate as well. Because, you know, it makes your mouth kind of sticky. So you kind of try to avoid that one too. I am Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute. Every weekday afternoon at 3 p.m. Thank you very much for being here. Yep. The Great Bear Snow Shed incident was cleared off about, I want to say about 20 minutes ago or so. Cleared off about 20 minutes ago. So I think we are good there. What we're looking at right now is Highway 1 westbound at 232nd. There's a pair of problems here. There's one westbound just after 232nd in the left lane, and then just before the train overpass, you got somebody stuck in the right lane. So it looks like a medical emergency just ahead in the right, and it looks like a crash or a stall just back there in the left. So That is causing some pretty heavy delays on Highway 1 West. You guys are lining up essentially from the Bradner rest stop all the way to the incident site. So give yourself lots of extra time westbound Highway 1 there. Eastbound Highway 1 steady and heavy in pockets from 176 in Surrey essentially all the way up to, well, Bradner Road as well. And that is all because of just congestion and the time of the rush it is. So keep that in mind if you're making your way through that area, my friends. Keep in mind right now, we are on YouTube and we are on Twitch. We are simulcasting at this point. If you're on Twitch right now, keep in mind that you also want to link your Amazon account to Twitch. You can get that one free Twitch subscription month if you link your Amazon Prime account to Twitch. So please go do that. I should mention as well, there was an issue in Vancouver downtown on Cambie, or Nelson, pardon me, just before the Cambie Street Bridge. The volume pattern here is actually shifted onto the bridge deck, so that tells me looks like this thing has been cleared. If you have any more updates out there, let me know via YouTube, via Twitch, or there on X. We are at Twitch Traffic on X, but we are called Rove Traffic Vancouver because that's what we're called. All right, here we go. Less awkward, Jeff. Less awkward. Before we continue on to traffic here, I do have a quick little bit of time. Go to the NHL playoffs tonight. Looks like game 2 of a couple of series here. That would be the Caps and Hurricanes. That is should be starting right now. The Caps are ahead of the Caps 1-0 in the series. It's a 1 last game, so there we go. Hurricanes trying to ruin on Alex Ovechkin's farewell party. Yeah, he's retiring after this year. I guarantee it. If he wins the cup, for sure he's retiring. The Golden Knights play the Oilers at home tonight in Las Vegas. The Oilers took their first game 1-0, so the Golden Knights are like, hey, wait a minute. We're a pretty good team, right? And they'll see. Oilers are pretty tough as well. That's all tonight as well. As I mentioned, Blue Jays in California. They play the Angels today. And then they drive up the I-5 right away to Seattle for tomorrow's game at 6:40. The Blue Jays take on the Mariners. Maybe busy at the borders tomorrow? We'll see. We'll see. It's all tomorrow. All right, let's go down to the major routes. It's getting actually better on the upper levels highway. You guys are fine from Horseshoe Bay to basically Westview and back again. Everything good to go on the upper levels highway through that stretch. That's fine. Traffic out of West Vancouver kind of getting better as well. You guys are still busy down Taylor Way South from the upper levels highway all the way towards Marine. Marine Drive eastbound is backing up before you get into Park Royal, all the way up towards the Lionsgate Bridge. Westbound kind of steady from Cap Road, and Cap Road is kind of busy from Fullerton, so that's just traffic around the Lionsgate Bridge to watch out for, so watch out for it. 2 lanes north across that span, 1 lane south, but no real big delays all around the Lionsgate or through Stanley Park. Georgia's not that bad either, eastbound from Jervis all the way up pretty much up towards Seymour. Can be steady both directions, but no issues. Granville Street Bridge is fine. Burrard Street Bridge, whatever problems they have seemed to have disappeared, so that is good news as well. Ironworkers traffic is pretty busy. Highway 1 eastbound from Lonsdale all the way down the cut. That's just congestion. Main Street's still backing up from Park and Tilford, so heads up there, but everything else just looks like just, afternoon rush traffic to me. Southbound steady, and you guys are busy right now on Highway 1, well, I guess technically east of the Castle Yard Tunnel. That is busy from here, from pretty much just around the McGill ramp, going all the way up towards Kensington, and steady after that all the way into Coquitlam on Highway 1, so heads up there. There is no way that Ovechkin will get 1,000 goals. If he wins the cup this year, he is retiring. That is my prediction. Busy right now on North Road. I don't know why I'm doing North Road. Where are we right now? I don't know why I'm doing that. Let's do Vancouver traffic. Hastings Street, leaving Vancouver right now. Not bad. Busy right now between Nanaimo and, into Burnaby here, all the way pretty much up to Wellington, so be aware of that. It's still busy along First Avenue. Westbound along Terminal actually is very heavy between. That would basically be Bank Street all the way up to Main. Eastbound is busy off of Terminal, transitioning onto First and from Fort Clark. Essentially all the way up to Rupert, so watch out for big delays along First Avenue. Same story for Broadway, heavy in pockets both ways, essentially from Arbutus all the way up to Rupert and back again. That's not good. 12th Avenue eastbound approaching Canby is very heavy, but that's all due to traffic near City Hall. It's also busy between Clark and transitioning onto Grandview Highway all the way to Boundary, so give yourself lots of extra time through these areas. So 3 more seasons? He needs 120... Maybe 104. It's a little better. Maybe 35 goals a season for 3 seasons. Maybe. We'll see. Traffic on Kingsway's kind of backed up as well from basically off of Main Street on through Mount Pleasant, going all the way to Metrotown. So watch out along Kingsway. That's both directions. Busy along 41st both ways as well, between Rupert and Larch Street and Kerrisdale. My goodness. So lots of heavy traffic right now in and out of Vancouver. Traffic north and south on Granville, same kind of story from the Granville Street Bridge down towards like the Arthur Lang Bridge and back again. Like, Oak Street is awful southbound right now from 41st down towards 70th due to road work. So heads up there. And once you get onto the Oak Street Bridge, you're fine. And things are busy right now in Canby. Southeast and west near Oak Ridge Park Mall, so be aware of that. You guys are also kind of busy. Main near 41st and Main near 49th and Fraser near 49th. And night's pretty busy north and south between, well, basically 41st and, well, Richmond at this point, all due to the road work at 63rd Avenue. That does affect traffic in both directions. As because of this, obviously very busy north and south across the Knight Street Bridge. As mentioned, the Oak Street Bridge is suspiciously quiet, and the Arthur Lang steady both ways across the span, so heads up there. Highway 91 in Richmond eastbound, backing up from 5 Road, going all the way up to 7 Road. That's all just congestion. Westbound delays from Westminster Highway up towards 6 Road. Southbound 99 backing up as well from before Westminster Highway all the way to the Massey Tunnel. That's a long, steady line of traffic, but it looks like the counterflow is working now. More steady volume on the 99 at a Delta right now from Ladner Trunk going all the way pretty much to Mud Bay, but I'm also sure that's the volume as well. Northbound 99 to the 1-lane Massey Tunnel is lining up from south of the 17A. 91 northbound up onto the Alex Fraser Bridge is fine. 91 southbound at a Delta lining up from basically Highway 10 to the 99, but that's just congestion. No real big delays across the Alex Fraser Bridge at all. 91A northbound is pretty busy towards the Queensboro from the pedestrian overpass right to the bridge deck. Southbound traffic is fine across the span, though. Marine Way eastbound from Burn Road all the way to the Queensboro is heavy. Stewartson Way westbound is lining up here from 3rd Avenue all the way to the Queensboro. It's heavy. 28th down the hill, heavy as well, right towards Stewartson. You guys are backing up off of Southbridge and Griffiths and 10th Avenue, so heads up as well. 10th Avenue itself, pretty busy both directions between McBride and Kingsway, especially westbound from 6, so be aware of that. 8th and 8th Avenue, pretty busy both directions. 6th and 8th Avenue, pretty busy all directions. Royal Avenue through downtown New West, pretty busy from like City Hall up towards like Stewartson and back again. And then some steady volume on Columbia both ways up right near the Columbia SkyTrain station. Some heavy volume eastbound both on Columbia and Front, trying to make their way towards the split, and that volume will continue into Sapperton. McBride southbound slow from just north of 8th Avenue down towards Royal, and then you're fine across the Patello Bridge. The Surrey side of the Patello Bridge looks pretty good both ways. Highway 17 eastbound, busy from 104th to Bridgeview, and everything else is fine around the Patello Bridge. Columbia leading onto North Roads, backing up from Holmes all the way up to Austin, so watch out for that. Burnaby traffic busy on Hastings right now from Boundary all the way up towards Barnett Highway, so expect those delays as well. Delays right now on the Lougheed Highway, pretty busy from Boundary all the way to Bainbridge, so watch out for that. No real issues at all. Eastbound delays from Underhill all the way to Gallardy Way. Some delays through Coquitlam on the Lougheed. They're getting better near the IKEA, so that's good news. It's still busy on the Lougheed through Coquitlam, though, from United going all the way up towards just around Dewdney Trunk, so heads up there. Maryhill bypass through Poco, pretty heavy out of Coquitlam from United all the way to Shaughnessy. Then through Port Coquitlam, you guys are not that bad eastbound anymore. Like, you're busy between like Pittsford Road and Kingsway, but it's more westbound delays on the Maryhill bypass than there are eastbound delays. Busy on the low heat through Port Coquitlam, essentially both ways on the Pitt Bridge to Coquitlam Center, especially westbound, so heads up there. No issues across that Pittsburgh Bridge at all, and there's some delays on the low heat highway at Old Dewdney Trunk. Eastbound delays out of Pitt Meadows at this point, from just after Old Dewdney Trunk going all the way to Harris Road, and then after that you're a little bit busy near Golden Ears Way as well. So very busy traffic on the low heat eastbound through Pitt Meadows. Right now, the Golden Ears Bridge northbound seeing some steady volume as you try to make your way in towards Maple Ridge and Pitt Meadows. This is all the volume trying to exit off onto Dewdney Trunk and the low heat highway, so give yourself lots of extra time there. Dewdney Trunk eastbound is busy off the Golden Ears Bridge all the way pretty much up to Sioux 7th, and steady volume all the way essentially to 232. You do have delays right now on Golden Ears Way east off the low heat highway up to 203rd, and heavy traffic there up to 210th, and the low heat highway through Maple Ridge is busy from Dewdney Trunk essentially to 216th and back again, and that's all just congestion delays near the lights. You do have some delays through Haney on the low heat highway near 228th, but that's just traffic trying to get through downtown. Haney bypass itself busy at the west end in both directions thanks to just congestion delays. Low heat through Wannock is very busy eastbound into Ruskin. That's all due to the road expansion. Some westbound slowdowns through that stretch as well. You're fine through Silverdale. You're a little bit busy both ways on the low heat through Mission. But that's all just congestion as well. Still busy right now at the south end of the Mission Bridge out of Matsby heading in towards low heat highways. You have some steady volume across the span and then pretty heavy from the London overpass all the way to the Cedar Valley connector. Traffic at this point is not too bad through Abbotsford. Langley traffic, still heavy volume on Fraser Highway to 244th due to roadwork. Still heavy volume on Glover Road both ways between 260th and 64th Avenue thanks to just delays. Willoughby traffic still busy on 208. 200 traffic still busy right now between the LEC and Willowbrook Mall, so be aware of that. Surrey traffic, awful. 176 Fraser Highway. Highway 10 right now between 168th and 192nd in both directions. It's awful on the Fraser Highway from basically the Willowbrook Mall all the way to the Green Timber stretch and back again. Surrey Fleetwood area is still awful on 152 southbound approaching Fraser Highway, and 160 is southbound approaching 88. So give yourself lots of extra time here, my friends. 176 south does also appear slow near 88th Avenue. That's also a big delay. Watch out for that one in Surrey too. Traffic right now on Highway 1 westbound is affected by an incident, two incidents in fact, near 232. What we've got going on here is the right lane blocked off, then the left, reverse that. The left lane blocked off, then the right lane blocked off. So watch out for this one if you're making your way through that area. That's causing some pretty big backups at this point on Highway 1 from, we'll call that steady volume from just after Mount Lehman, then heavy volume from 264th up to the incident site. Eastbound traffic right now. You're pretty good through Coquitlam into Surrey across the Portman Bridge, and that's fine both directions. Surrey into Langley is pretty busy. From just after 176 going all the way up towards 232 as you bottleneck and lose the HOV lane and look at the crash, and then you're busy again from 248th up towards 264th and steady after that to Abbotsford for all of the road expansion. Watch out for that crash. Highway 1, not really a crash. I think it's a stall and a medical emergency. The stall is in the left lane, and the medical emergency is in the right lane just immediately after that. Traffic is busy on Highway 1 westbound. Out of Abbotsford, and then heavy out of Langley from 264th. Watch yourself as you make your way through that area. Very busy traffic. Everything else, just congestion delays around Metro Vancouver. No reports of anything else. Very busy on the Marple stretches of both Oak and Granville right now, so be aware of that one trying to get towards those Bridge from Vancouver connections. And Knight Street dealing with its own roadwork at 63rd Avenue. That's got traffic affected there in both directions as well. Watch out for that. BC Ferries. Let's go to the Horseshoe Bay to Langdale next sailing. That one's going to be at 4:20, just about to leave. It's sold out the 5:30 at 9%. Langdale to Horseshoe Bay next sailing is going to be at 5:25. That's 48% sold for now. Horseshoe Bay to Departure Bay next sailing. That one is at 6:35. It's sold out. The 10:10 is at 35%. Departure Bay to Horseshoe Bay. The next sailing is 5:55. That's sold out. They're 8:45 at 83% for the moment. Tawasin to Swartz Bay. Next sailing for them is going to be at 5 o'clock. It's sold out. The Swartz Bay to Tawasin next sailing is at 5 o'clock. That's 85% for now. Tsawwassen to Dew Point next sailing is going to be sold out. That's their 5:45 run. The 8:15 is sold out as well. It looks like they're 10:45, currently sitting at 67%. Dew Point to Tsawwassen, their next sailing is going to be at 5:45. That one's sold out completely. They're 8:15 at 78% for now. Busy southbound at the border crossing at this point. You guys have been holding steady between 45 and 50 minutes all day. Still holding steady near 45 and 50 minutes southbound right now. The Peace Arch crossing, their Nexus line. About a 15-minute wait there. Peace Arch northbound is 5 to 10 minutes. No delays at the Pack Highway in either direction. All the road north and south, 5 to 10 minutes. UMass north and south, 5 to 10 minutes as well. Pack Highway commercial vehicles, just having a quick glance for them. Commercial vehicles southbound, about 10 to 15 minutes. Northbound, it's about 20 to 25. Border wait times are estimates, my friends. Of course, they change all the time. Roadwork in Vancouver on night at 63rd, affecting traffic in both directions, basically across the Knight Street Bridge, and in Vancouver on night southbound from 49th Avenue right up to Southeast Marine Drive. There's delays right now on the Marpole stretch for both Granville and Oak, especially southbound. Some big southbound delays on Oak right now from 41st all the way up towards 70th, so give yourself some time there. Other delays to watch out for: an incident on Highway 1 westbound at 232nd. They've got both the left and right lanes staggered, blocked here, so you got to weave through that area. You guys are pretty steady from Bradner, then pretty heavy from before 264, so give yourself time through those areas as well. Vancouver weather tonight: cloudy skies, lows down to 9 degrees, and cloudy skies for Friday morning with highs just around 15. Looks like Saturday, clouds and a chance of showers with highs of 15. Looks like showers for some mix of sun and cloud for Sunday, highs of 19. Monday, chance of showers, highs of 15. Tuesday, showers, highs of 16. Wednesday, showers, highs up to 17. Right now, outside YVR, mostly cloudy and 15 degrees. We're going to take another quick break here. When we come back from that break, we're going to go over all the major routes once again on the Twitch, or the Twitch side and the YouTube side. Major routes coming up here on Rove Traffic Vancouver, so please stay tuned. We'll also see what's up with the out-of-town highways, perhaps. Good news for the out-of-town highways looks to me like, yeah, we can do that right now. Looks like Coquihalla Highway is open to all lanes of traffic near the Great Bear Snow Shed. We will take a break, come back with more in 2 minutes. Please hold tight. We're back on Rove Traffic Vancouver. Thanks very much for being here today. I'm Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every weekday afternoon at 5 p.m. Thank you so much for taking part in the podcast today. Much appreciated. Cool dude making his way home. Hurrah, hurrah. Good at your home. Good you're at home. Traffic around town isn't great at this point. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's doing mostly okay out there. What we're seeing on the screen at this moment, as soon as I bring up the screen, are just congestion delays, really. We do have an incident to watch out for. This is on Highway 1. It is westbound at 232nd. Now, what's happened here is... there's been a crash on Highway 1 westbound at 230. So, no, not a crash, actually. I'm pretty sure the last time I saw the camera shot, here's the camera shot, that's probably a medical emergency and a stall. So what's going on right now is that this is the stall, and that's in the left lane. You know, crew's helping out there. And then I think the medical emergency here, blocking off the right lane. So there we go. That's what's going on Highway 1 westbound right now. So keep that in mind if you're making your way through that area. Judging by the social media sites here, that's all we got going on is that Highway 1 westbound thing. Everybody's olive right now. So we'll just keep running on that one. And that really seems to be about it. I'm pretty sure everything else around Metro Vancouver is... well, just congestion delays. Of course, if I missed anything, you can hit us up on those chat boxes. Down there on YouTube in the chat box, you can do that. Hey, welcome, YouTubers. We can also see what's going on Twitch chat box, and I'm at Twitch Traffic on X. Haven't changed for two reasons. One, I'm lazy. I mean, that's just it, right? I'm lazy. And two, what's two? There's no two. I'm just lazy. There we go. So there we go. That's how you contact us. Do I have an email? I'm sure I have an email somewhere. Email me. We'll figure it out. All right, let's get into the major route report, shall. Yes, we shall. We'll start off with the Upper Levels Highway. You're looking much better on the Upper Levels Highway now from Horseshoe Bay, pretty much right up towards Lonsdale and back again. Things are good to go on the Upper Levels Highway. Now, you are busy on the Upper Levels Highway from Lonsdale all the way down to the cut towards the Ironworkers, but even the front of that line is starting to shrink a little bit, so that's good news. You are fine up the cut, and you're fine on the Upper Levels Highway all the way up towards Horseshoe Bay. Lionsgate traffic right now, pretty busy off the North Shore. Marine Drive West slow from Pemberton. Marine Drive East slow from Park Royal. Looks like things are busy down Taylor Ways Hill from Englewood, and you're busy down Cap Road at this point from, we'll call that before Fullerton, so watch out for those delays. Part of the reason for this is that the Lionsgate is 2 lanes north and 1 lane south, so expect those slowdowns there. Now, once you're on the bridge deck, though, you're fine in both directions. There's no real big delays to the causeway either. So, actually, you're doing mostly okay. It's getting better down Georgia Street. It's getting busier south on Burrard approaching Cornwall, but I'm pretty sure that's just delays. Granville Street Bridge is fine. Your Canby Street Bridge traffic is easing up nicely. Just some steady volume both directions due to their road work. As I mentioned, Upper Levels Highway is backing up here from before Lonsdale, and things were backing up on Main Street from just around Brooksbank, so watch out for that towards the Ironworkers. Southbound steady, northbound kind of steady as well. Traffic right now on Highway 1 eastbound through the Cassiar Tunnel from McGill all the way to basically Willingdon is a heavy traffic pattern. Actually, all the way to Kensington is a heavy traffic pattern there, but after that, not bad through the Burpee Lake stretch and doing okay into Coquitlam, so there we go. The thing is for me with GTA 6 is that I'm a PC player. So I'm not getting GTA 6 till like 2027, 2028. I'll be an old man by then. Playing kids games. Almost 60. No, I'm not that old. Where am I? Let's go back to Vancouver. Right? The kids will buy the game for me. Oh, you still use your hands for controllers? Oh, weird. Things are really busy right now through Vancouver on Granville Street southbound from the Granville Street Bridge, essentially all the way to the Arthur Lang Bridge. That's north and southbound traffic, guys. So don't take Granville at this point. It's very busy right now on Oak southbound. There might be a crash at 49th at Oak here, which would explain some of the volume patterns through this stretch. I do actually have a camera shot at Oak at 49th. And to be quite honest with you guys, all the camera shot is showing me at this point is just the volume back up. There's no real ifs and ands. It might be... What are we looking at here? Yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm showing you. There's something here because in this picture, that tow truck or that work truck or whatever that is shouldn't be there. Unless they're trying to sneak into the left lane. But that doesn't look healthy. Does that look healthy? That doesn't look healthy. I think that shouldn't be there. So that would be 49th Avenue West. Pretty sure. East. Yeah, 49th Avenue East. So that's affecting east and southbound traffic. So heads up there. It's also busy out southbound on Oak right now through the Marple stretch, but that's all due to road work. Cambie's busy near 41st, but that really seems to, and again near the Cambie Street Bridge again, but heads up. Main's easing up a little bit, still busy between 49th and 41st Avenue. Fraser's getting better. Night's still busy thanks to that road work. At 63rd, as southbound's lining up here from before 49th Avenue right to the Ninth Street Bridge. The Ninth Street Bridge is steady and heavy both directions, heads up. The Oak Street Bridge, despite their delays in the Marple area, are not that bad at all across the span. The Arthur Lang Bridge is kind of busy both directions there, so watch out. Over the Massey Tunnel, southbound 99 right now is pretty heavy from Blundell right into the Massey Tunnel despite 3 lanes. 1 lane northbound, slow from the 17A. Southbound 99 out of Delta, busy from the 17 all the way towards basically Mud Bay. That's all just steady congestion. No northbound delays into the tunnel until about the 17A where you're slow for the Massey. Southbound 91 busy right now north of Highway 10 up towards the 99. That's just congestion. Highway 10 is busy eastbound at this point from Ladder Trunk or off of Ladder Trunk right towards Scott Road. No big delays around the Alex Fraser Bridge. You're good to go there. It's very busy, in fact, trying to get onto the Queensboro Landing 91A northbound, lining up here off the east-west connector, and pretty much the 91-91A split all the way to the south end of the Queensboro. Heads up there. You're steady northbound across the span, but not bad southbound. It's very busy, though, out of Burnaby trying to get towards the Queensboro Bridge or New Westminster. Marineway eastbound, lining up from Burn Road. Also got Stewartson Way delays westbound here from 5th Avenue to the Queensboro Cloverleaf. 28th down the hill is backing up here on 10th and Southbridge and Griffiths, and it looks like 8th Avenue westbound is backing up from 18th Street, so heads up there. New West traffic busy along 10th Avenue both directions between Kingsway and we'll call that McBride. It's still busy around 6th Avenue at 8th Street, so heads up there, and 8th Street at 8th Avenue at 8th Street as well, so be prepared for that too. Through New Westminster, 8th Avenue all the way down towards the Patello Bridge. It's very busy, and that's all just congestion. No delays across that Patello itself. King George Boulevard northbound, a little bit steady from Scott Road, but that's all I see there. Highway 17 is steady from Tannery, going all the way to the Patello. Then you're heavy from there to Bridgeview, but that's all just big trucks and such, so heads up. Hastings Street through Burnaby right now, busy between Boundary and, basically Delta, so heads up there. And then again, between Hold'em and the Barnett Highway, there's some road work going on here as you make that between that Inlet Drive and Hastings split there. So watch out for that as you make your way eastbound through that area. Lougheed Highway through Burnaby, essentially busy from Boundary Road. All the way up to Glardy. We have some brief relief in some spots here, but essentially heavy volume eastbound as people are making the way home here, so watch out for that. Westbound delay is a little bit steady right now as you make your way pretty much between Hold'em and Willingdon. Coquitlam traffic on the Lougheed, not bad at all, at least on the Brunette side. On the traffic between United and Como Lake, it's pretty heavy eastbound though, so watch out for that. Some westbound delays approaching United here pretty much from just around Orchid. You do have some delays right now on the Lougheed Highway through Port Coquitlam, from Coquitlam Center to the Pitt Bridge and back again, especially westbound between Coast and Shaughnessy, and eastbound between Pine Tree and that would be Westwood or just beyond that, so heads up there through Poco. Maryhill Bypass, did I mention that? Busy off of United all the way in towards Coquitlam River Bridge and steady after that. And pretty much right up towards Broadway. That's just the light systems. Westbound delays on the Maryhill Bypass are pretty busy westbound as you make your way towards Broadway. And then again, you're Shaughnessy. So watch out for that one as well. No issues at this point across the Pitt River Bridge. You guys are very busy on the low heat eastbound out of Pitt Meadows right now from before Old Duty Trunk all the way to Harris Road. Steady after that to Golden Ears Way, then heavy from Golden Ears Way essentially all the way up to 216th. And that's just the nature of the low heat through Pitt Meadows and Maple Ridge at this time of the day. You have some heavy volume, well, steady volume northbound across the Golden Ears Bridge as people try to jockey between the low heat highway and Golden Ears Way, so heads up there. Golden Ears Way is also busy from the Pitt Bridge all the way up to 210th. You have Golden Duty Trunk delays from the Pitt Bridge, or from not enough from the Pitt Bridge, from the Golden Ears Bridge right up towards like 203rd, and then again through downtown Maple Ridge from 222 to 232. And then Haney Bypass busy eastbound right now, essentially from the low heat highway to 227th, and that's just congestion at this point. Low heat highway through Albion is fine. Low heat highway through Ruskin and Wannock busy both directions between 272 and 287. So be prepared for that delay. Not too bad through Silverdale. Silverdale into Mission, a little bit busy approaching Wren Street, but that's all. No problem south across the Mission Bridge. Northbound traffic is a little bit heavy and steady thanks to the temporary plates at the Mission Bridge and all the congestion trying to get from underneath the London Avenue overpass back to Low Heat Highway. Busy right now on Fraser Highway, both ways near 244th, and especially through Langley right now into Surrey. Basically from Willowbrook Mall going all the way to 148, some big westbound delays, eastbound delays through that entire stretch as well, so be prepared. Highway 10 still very busy at this point from the Serpentine River to basically 184th and back again, so it's very busy through that area too. Highway 1, no real big delays through Coquitlam into Surrey, maybe a little bit steady up the Johnson Hill, but that's about it. You are also kind of steady between 176 and 216th, where you're heavy from there all the way to Glover Road as you bottleneck, lose the HOV lane, and look at the crash on the other side of the highway, and then you're pretty heavy eastbound again from 248th all the way up to the Bradner area, and that's due to road expansion. Westbound traffic is slow from the Bradner rest stop all the way up to 232nd, thanks to a pair of problems here, a medical emergency and a stall. Looks like most of that right now contained to the right shoulder, so no lane closures in effect right now. It's all just looky-loos at this point, so there we go. Keep that in mind as you travel through the area, and that seems to be about it. Everything else just congestion delays. If I missed something, hit us up via the socials on YouTube, on Twitch, and there on X at Twitch Traffic. See those BC ferry conditions. We'll start with the Tuwassa to Sports Bay run. Next sailing for them is 5 o'clock. It's sold out. 6 o'clock at 67%. Swartz Bay to Tuwassa next sailing. That one is currently at 5 o'clock. It's also sold out. They're 7 o'clock at 91% sold for now. Tuwassa to Duke Point next sailing. That one is going to be at 5:45. That one the 8:15. Both spoken for. 10:45 p.m. at 67%. Duke Point to Tuwassa next sailing is going to be at 5:45. That one's sold out. They're 8:15 currently sitting at 79% sold. Let's move on. Horseshoe Bay to Langdale. Next sailing for them is going to be at 4:20. That one has not left yet. Still sold out. 5:30 at 13%. Langdale to Horseshoe Bay. Their 5:25 is going to be late. I think it's 54% sold for now. Horseshoe Bay to Departure Bay. Next sailing for them. That one is going to be at 6:35. It's sold out. The Departure Bay to Horseshoe Bay next sailing. That one's going to be at 5:55. That one is sold out as well. You know, they told me that it was going to be busy this weekend due to the Blue Jays playing. They're not even playing tonight, and traffic right now southbound of the Peace Arch has been pretty steady at this point, for 45 minutes to an hour all afternoon, and it's still like that at this point. So there you go, Peace Arch crossing southbound, pretty busy. Northbound is not. It's 5 to 10 minutes. If you're in the back of the Peace Arch lineup, maybe go to the Pack Highway. The Pack Highway is 5 to 10 minutes in both directions. Aldergrove 5 to 10 both directions. Sumas north and south 5 to 10 as well. Pack Highway commercial vehicles southbound, about 10 maybe 15-minute wait there. Northbound commercial travelers is about a 10-minute wait too. Border wait times are estimates, of course, and yes, they change all the time. Yeah, maybe that's what's going on. Like I said, I did read an article on Global as people were avoiding the Jays game this weekend, but I don't know about that. Fake news, Global. Fake news. Yeah, it'll be much busier tomorrow. For sure. For sure. I like the people who are freshly going down to the Jays game, who've never gone down to the Jays game before, and they figured, oh, the game's going to be at, like 6:30. So we'll just leave around 3. That should give us plenty of time. Plenty of time. I know people like that. Okay, crash off to the side on Highway 1 westbound at Glover Road. Everybody just slowing down to take a look at this point, though, and you're slow from well before the Bradger rest stop all the way up towards 232, so watch out for that delay there. Looks to me like everything else mostly just congestion delays around Metro Vancouver at this point. No other real big incidents to report out there. Less congestion and construction delays out there, so keep that in mind, too, making your way around Metro Vancouver. There's lots of things I can say now. I'm independent. It's nice. I can say the weather, too. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Becoming cloudy this evening. Lows down to 9 degrees. Mainly clouds for Friday as well, with highs up to 18. Saturday, clouds and a chance of showers. Highs of 15. Sunday, a chance of showers. Highs around 19. Monday, a chance of showers. Highs of 15. Tuesday, clouds and a chance of showers. Highs up to 16. Right now, outside YVR, it is 15 degrees, mostly cloudy. All right. I think it's time to take a break. I think that's what we're going to do right now. I'm busy scanning the social media sites at the moment, looking for something to do, something to tell you about. But right now, it is all just congestion delays out there. So what we will do right now is take a quick break. When we come back from that break, we're going to see what's going on with the major routes once again. Stay tuned. More coming up just after this. Hold tight. All right. We are back. Thank you for being here. I'm Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every weekday afternoon starting at 3 p.m. So thank you very much for being here. I am creeping Ryan Littermark's X page here. And I am sad to say that it's been a while since he's posted. Like anything. Last thing he reposted was attendance at the Inter Miami Vancouver Whitecaps match on April 24th. That's about a week and a half. His last 11:30 post was March 10th. It was his last 11:30 post. And his last highway sign post was, oh my God, get this, January 17th. I guess they did. I guess they did. But I am distressed. That Littermark may no longer be a traffic call lead here. Radio is a very fickle game, my friends. A very fickle game. I'm not going to lie. Somebody tell me when they hear about Littermark. All right. Maybe. Yeah, you know what? It's probably a promotion, you know? Putting Alex down in the mornings and Sydney in the afternoon. Probably a promotion, right? Probably. Yeah, maybe he couldn't handle the Raz. It's fine. Maybe you couldn't handle the Raz. Let's handle the major route report, shall we? We can speculate later. Let's start off with the Upper Levels Highway, which is fine. Yeah, it wouldn't be that much information. They're cool, dude. Upper Levels Highway right now from Horseshoe Bay to Lonsdale and back again. Doing pretty good at this point as we're starting to wind down a little bit here in the afternoon. So there we go. Traffic right now down Taylor Way is pretty busy towards Marine Drive. You guys are lining up here from Inglewood, Marine Drive eastbound at this point, lining up from that Whole Foods outside of Park Royal, so be aware of that. Marine Drive westbound is pretty damn busy as well from Phillip Avenue out of North Vancouver, so yeah, lots of big delays there. So heads up through this stretch. Stev Kev, you're probably right. Cap Road down the hill, so from Garden Avenue, northbound on the Stanley Park Causeway, or through the Stanley Park Causeway, is actually lining up west out of Georgia right now from just around Butte or so. I think that's a lane situation. Yes, 2 lanes south, 1 lane north. So heads up there as you make your way through. Did I mention Taylor Way was still from Inglewood? It is. Also mentioned was the Upper Levels Highway, which is busy right now from after Lonsdale all the way down the cut. You have still delays on Main Street right now, pretty much from the Seymour River, steady both ways across the Ironworkers, and then pretty busy still through the Cassie Yard Tunnel into Vancouver, into Burnaby, pretty much all the way up towards that Burnaby Lake stretch. So heads up there. Westbound traffic is not bad through the Burnaby Lake stretch. To get to Vancouver, where you're steady from First Avenue, right towards the McGill stretch there. Let's see. Traffic on Hastings, not that bad, not that great right now out of Vancouver. You're steady from Victoria, gets pretty steady all the way to the P&E, then pretty steady and heavy through Burnaby on Hastings, essentially all the way up to the Barnett Highway. There's some road work going on just before the Barnett Highway right now on that Hastings inlet split. That's why traffic eastbound is backing up from Burnaby North Secondary. You have delays right now east and westbound along 1st Avenue. Well, terminal onto 1st Avenue is pretty damn heavy, so watch out for that. We got delays along Broadway both ways between Rupert and Oak Street. Delays right now on 12th Avenue, transitioning onto Grandview Highway between Rupert and Oak as well. Kingsway is still pretty messy between Mount Pleasant and Metrotown and back again. You still have delays along 41st Avenue between Victoria and Kerrisdale, so watch out for that delay as well. Granville Street still heavy and steady north and south, basically between the Granville Street Bridge and the Arthur Lang Bridge. That's going to be the whole case anyway, so there you go. Nah, I'd probably have to pay Ryan. I don't want to pay Ryan. Maybe Ryan can do his own morning podcast, save me from stressing about it every morning. I literally stress about it every morning. Should almost go back. The Oak Street Bridge outside the Marpole area is actually fine north and south. There's no real big delays around the Oak Street Bridge at all, so that's good news unless you're in the Marpole stretch, which is slow on Oak South and 57th Avenue. Ninth Street Bridge is kind of a mess both directions. Northbound right now off the 91 all the way to the north end and essentially all the way up to 49th Avenue. That's all due to road work, so heads up there. And then southbound traffic right now is lining up solidly from 49th Avenue down towards Mitchell Island, so watch out for those delays around the Ninth Street Bridge. Richmond traffic on the east-west connector, busy eastbound as you make your way just off the 91 towards the Green Acres Golf Course. Westbound traffic on the east-west connector, heavy in pockets from before Westminster Highway all the way to 7 Road, and I think this is all just congestion at this point. Southbound 99, steady from Blundell into the Tube, and heavy all south into the Tube all the way into Delta. That's all just congestion here. So watch out for that as you're making your way through the area. All right. So, there we go. Keep that in mind. Steady on the 99 south as well from Ladder Trunk in towards South Surrey towards King George, but this is all just congestion. Alex Fraser Bridge good across the span and on the Delta side. Richmond side a little bit busy on the east-west connector. Westbound, like I said, from Westminster Highway all the way essentially up to 6th Road, so heads up there. 91A eastbound, or 91 eastbound is backing up onto the 91A, which is slow all the way to the Queensboro Bridge. Marine Way eastbound out of Burnaby is lining up from before Burn Road. Westbound Stewartson out of New West is lining up here from 5th Avenue. 20th down the hill, backing up onto Southbridge and Griffiths and 10th still have very heavy traffic there. Still busy at the Burnaby New West border along 10th Avenue between basically McBride and Kingsway both directions, so heads up there. Same story for 8th Avenue between 12th Street and McBride, and 6th Avenue between 10th Street and McBride, same kind of story. Royal Avenue very busy through New West between Stewartson and City Hall, and then you have delays right now on Columbia through downtown New Westminster. Front Street still busy eastbound right now from the Patello Bridge onto that East Columbia split. McBride southbound towards the Patello Bridge is lining up from 8th Avenue all the way down to the Patello. Northbound steady through Queen's Park as well, but no real big delays on the Surrey side, at least on King George. Scott Road is very busy northbound from Tannery all the way up onto King George, and Highway 17 busy as you make your way off of Highway 17 onto Tannery, and then again from 124th up to Bridgeview, and that's all just big trucks at this point. Low Heat Highway through Burnaby is busy still between Gilmore and Holdham. Also busy eastbound between Underhill and Gallardy. Coquitlam traffic on the Low Heat getting better, at least near the IKEA. You are still busy, though, at this point from before United going all the way up to Pittsford Road. Then again as you make your way towards Chilco and then again towards Coquitlam Center. Westbound delays through that stretch as well, so watch out. Maryhill Bypass through Pocono, busy eastbound off of United all the way to Shaughnessy, and some westbound delays are pretty prevalent as well. The closer you get to Shaughnessy there, the busier it gets on the Maryhill Bypass, so watch out for that one too. Do have delays right now on the Low Heat through Port Coquitlam from Coquitlam Center to the Coast Meridian overpass and back again, and steady volume to and from the Pitt River Bridge too. Pitt River Bridge itself is fine. You are getting busy still eastbound at the east end and making your way towards Old Duty Trunca. That's the lights. Eastbound delays steady from the Catsy Slough up towards the Meadow Gardens Golf Center. Then you're heavy from there up towards Harris. Steady after that into Maple Ridge, and then busy eastbound on the Low Heat through Maple Ridge all the way up to 216. So watch out for those delays, and some rush hours still up through that stretch, so watch out for that one as well. Traffic on Golden Years Way, busy both directions between 203rd and the Low Heat Highway, then especially busy eastbound between 203rd and 210th, and that's all just congestion as well. Duty Trunk, still busy eastbound approaching 203rd, and then again through downtown New West between 222 and 232, so heads up there as well. Haiti Bypass, busy eastbound off the Low Heat Highway down towards 225th, and then looks like the Low Heat Highway, not too bad through Albion. A little bit busy through Waunikin to Ruskin right now thanks to the road expansion, so be aware of that. And looks like not too bad into Mission. Some eastbound delays approaching Highway 11. Highway 11 northbound still slow from the south end of the Mission Bridge up towards the Cedar Valley Connector, but that looks pretty normal. Fraser Highway still busy through Abbotsford right now, westbound approaching Ross, busy through Langley both ways near 244, and heavy through Surrey right now, essentially from, Langley, Willowbrook Mall, all the way to the Green Timber stretch and back, so that sucks. Heads up there. Eastbound Highway 1 still steady from 176 up towards 200th, and then again you're pretty busy from 216th up towards the loss of the HOV lane. Then the road expansion's got you pretty slow from 232 all the way up to pretty much Bradner. Westbound slow in pockets from Bradner up to 232. There's a crash here off the right shoulder. People slowing down to take a look, so that's the reason why for that. Okay. The Ducks. The Ducks made a move today. Playoff team, you say? What did the Ducks do today? They hired Joel Quenneville as their coach, hey? That is a pretty big move by the Anaheim Ducks. Kind of reminds me of the second coming of Brian Burke there. Not a bad move by the Ducks. Not a bad move. Not a bad move at all. I approve. Quenneville would look good in Vancouver, right? Nah, too late. Too late. All right, let's go into the ferry report. Heading to the BC ferries this afternoon. 5 o'clock sailing from Tawasin to Swartz Bay. That sailing is sold out completely. There's 6 o'clock at 3/4 full. Swartz Bay to Tawasin. Their next sailing is going to be at 5 o'clock. That one's sold out. They're at 7 o'clock at 89%. Tawasin to Duke Point. Next sailing, that one is going to be at 5:45. That one and the 8:15 are both sold out. The last one is 10:45 at 70% sold. Duke Point to Tawasin, next sailing is sold out. That one is the 5:45 run. Their 8:15 currently sitting at 80%. Horseshoe Bay to Departure Bay, next sailing. That one is going to be at 6:35. It's sold out. Departure Bay to Horseshoe Bay, next sailing. That one is going to be at 5:55. That one is also sold out. Horseshoe Bay to Langdale, next sailing. That one is at 4:20. It hasn't left yet. 35 minutes behind schedule. Sold out completely. Waiting to go. 5:30 is at 12%. And it looks like the Langdale to Horseshoe Bay next sailing is at 5:25. That one's obviously going to be late. That one's at 3/4 full for now. It's been busy southbound at the Peace Arch crossing all day for the border. Still about a 40 to 45 minute wait southbound. It's been like that all day today, so give yourself time down at the Peace Arch. Northbound Peace Arch, about a 10 to 15 minute wait. Better yet, take the Pack Highway north and south. 5 to 10 minutes for their general purpose travelers, commercial travelers at Pack Highway. No wait southbound. About 10 minutes northbound. Looks like the general purpose travelers at Aldergrove are 5 to 10 minutes in both directions. Sumas north and south. 5 to 10 minutes as well. Border wait times are estimates, my friends, and yep, they change all the time. Busy on Highway 1 westbound thanks to an incident off to the side near 232nd. Still very heavy from before Bradner all the way up towards 232nd. Eastbound slow from 216th all the way into the Bradner area thanks to the bottleneck and the loss of the HOV lane and all the road expansion. So give yourself some time in the valley on Highway 1. Still busy towards the Ironworkers both directions. Eastbound upper level slow from Lonsdale. Westbound Highway 1 slow through the 1st Avenue through the Cassiar Tunnel. And Highway 1 eastbound through the Cassiar Tunnel into the Burnaby Lake stretch is still busy. Busy north and south across the Knight Street Bridge. There might be an incident on Knight Street northbound here, just around the south end of the deck. So be aware of that one there at night. Nothing definitive yet, but it looks like it could be. And now a new problem, too, over there at the Alex Fraser Bridge. It's a stall northbound. Actually, a stall on Nordell Way at the left lane blocked at the bottom of the hill. So that means up the hill here. So that is actually affecting traffic, making your way south across the Alex Fraser Bridge And it looks like if you're making your way north off the Alex Fraser towards the Nordale Hill, so be aware of that one if you're through the area. Vancouver weather today, tonight in fact, looks like partly cloudy skies tonight, then more clouds this evening, lows down to 9. Those clouds will continue into Friday with highs up to 18 degrees inland. Saturday looks like a chance of showers, highs of 15. Mix of sun and cloud for Sunday with highs of 19. Monday, chance of showers, highs of 15. Tuesday, showers, highs of 16. Right now outside YVR, it is mostly cloudy and 15 degrees. Yeah, those new seats, they'll be showing off those new seats all regular season next year because well, how many people are going to sit in those seats? I'm sure a lot. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're good for here. I think we're going to call it for now. I appreciate every single one of you for taking part in Twitch in Rove Traffic Vancouver this afternoon. Thank you very much. Cool Dude was here. Steph Kev was here. We also heard from Caddy Pants as well, so thank you very much. My friends for being around, helping us out, keeping the channel together. Thanks to all the lurkers on YouTube as well. I'll give you guys a shout out to that one as well. So thanks very much for being here on Rove Traffic Vancouver. We'll be back again tomorrow afternoon on a Friday for 3 p.m. I'll see how those border lineups are doing for those people who are going to be way late for the Blue Jays game. We'll talk about that. And then don't forget tomorrow morning, some more game time as well with Jeff Jeffries. So don't you dare miss out on that one as well. Thank you guys very much for being here this afternoon. We'll see you guys again in the next one. Love you all. Have yourself a great night and another fantastic Friday morning. See you again. Stay cool, my friends. Peace.